saying the right thing, but then acting in a really, really bad, illogical way. This concept is nothing new. I've talked about it, many times before, but we'll just call it another data point into the data pile known as clay trader Mal here. But it's a fascinating look into the human mind. And like I said, I'm not a clinical psychologist, but it's crazy, but I am relatively logical. But it's crazy to think that people act the way they do, even though they're proclaiming something. And you'll see what I mean by that. But the human mind, a fascinating, fascinating place. And you very well may fall into this category. Sometimes I'll admit, all right, yeah, this is kind of a rare circumstance. But no, in this situation, I see it quite a bit. And maybe you are kind of, teetering in this territory too. It would not be shocking. It doesn't make you an idiot or anything. But it's just something that you need to stop and consider, because when you actually stop and consider it, that doesn't make any sense at all. So let's get to this comment. So the person says, I need to take the courses. In a month, I have turned 2,000 into 3,000. Nothing to brag about. I just need to get some type of education in this. Otherwise, I will lose my small profit and never make anything again. LOL. I reply back, what's holding you back from taking the course? They say, I am very uncertain when it comes to anything involving money these days. I will probably take the course in the next couple of months. Right now, living off of a small savings from disability. So far, my investments have been decent. Lost some money on silver and crypto. Made a bit on E-Trade with gold. First, let's establish the overall context. The very first thing they said, I need to take courses. That's great. They've acknowledged that they need education. They need to learn more. And this is very rare, but even though they've grown their account from 2,000 to 3,000, they still admit to themselves, that was pretty much luck. That was kind of random, but I need education. Whereas a lot of times, and I've done plenty of videos on this concept of fool's gold, people see that and they say, I got it all figured out. I'm good to go. I've grown my account. I'm a prodigy. Let's get to it. I'm going to keep on going. But in this case, which is rare and which is, I commend this person, they have made money. But like I said, studying the overall context, the very first thing they said is, I need to take the courses, that I have to offer. And then as I, push a little bit deeper, because I'm thinking, okay, well, that's great. You've made that amount of money. My courses don't cost $3,000, so you have money. So that's why I asked, well, then what exactly is holding you back? And then things kind of go off the rails. You find out that here this person is using a small amount of savings from disability that they got, and they're trying to make that work. They're trying to make that grow for themselves. That's a very, very gray area. That's a very risky situation where you're putting money that you've gotten, in the form of disability, and it, just a small amount, per their words, and you're putting it in harm's way when you don't even know necessarily what you're doing. And then when you are addressed with, in your mind, knowing you need to get education, but yet still you're not getting education because, well, I got to be careful because I only have a small amount of money. None of this is making sense. At the end of the day, this person should not be trading at all. And that includes, they shouldn't even be investing into my courses. Yeah, I get it. From a business standpoint, to just kick away revenue, that you could probably argue not the most business savvy move, but this person just shouldn't be in the market at all. They need to get their personal finances under control first. And the way I understand it is their personal finances now is just a sum of money that they got from disability, and now they're trying to grow the sum of money in order to make things work out for them. And that is just, there's too many mental stressors that are going to go on, because when you are using money that you really, really need, the voices that you meet in your head are just going to you can't explain it without really kind of just going through it. But I mean, this is why you always say, and this is not my saying or anything, but never use money that you can't afford to lose. Because if you can't afford to lose it, the mind games, the emotions, everything that's going to affect you is going to come out in full force. And I mean, good on this person. They've grown their money, but they clearly know that it's been luck, given that they know they need to learn, but they don't even need to learn right now. Right now, they need to focus on getting their, like I said, their budget, their personal finances in a place, and get that fortified before they go out and start to invest in learning how to trade the markets, because yeah, you do need to invest, but you need to be in the right spot, from a life perspective to do that. And from the way they're talking, they're not in that right spot at all. They need to just, calm down and reassess the situation. I don't know if that person is going to listen to this, but if they do, hopefully this can help you out. Or if you're in the situation in any form or another, are you one of those people that, I know I need education, and then there's a but. I know I need education, but, and then you, for some reason, keep on trading? How does that make any sense? If you know you need education, that implies that you know that there's certain things out there that you need to improve on or just don't know about. So then why would you continue to put money out there if you acknowledge those things? So, if you're in that camp, just stop and think about it. It doesn't make a whole lot of logical sense to be putting your money on the line continually when you yourself admit and know that you have things to learn. And then obviously if you are sitting through an earthquake like I just did, as the camera shook, but if you are in a situation where, from a personal finance perspective, there's lots of uncertainty and there's a lot of kind of gray area, just the markets aren't going anywhere. Get your personal finances in place first before you even invest into them, into trading or into education or anything like that. Because trading is way too difficult if you're out there using money from a tight personal financial situation. So hopefully this can help. But get your ducks in order at home first in the personal finances, and then you can start to pursue more of the trading the market income stream strategy, we'll call it. If you are out there trading alone currently and maybe are in the market looking for a community to join to assist you in your trading or to just help you, give you another set of eyeballs, then I do have a private trading community where you can trade alongside me and other experienced traders. So what you see popping up on the screen right now is both an information link. So if you click on the inner circle one, that is going to take you to the page where I explain all the details of what exactly come with the community, both the chat room and the newsletter. And then the other image that has popped up is a behind the scenes tour where you can see exactly what is going to be contained within the community. I take you through, like I said, a behind the scenes tour of everything, and that way you'll know precisely what you are getting when you join. So definitely check that stuff out if you are interested and thinking about wanting to join a community, and let me know if you have any questions.